Chegou a melhor parte do podcast. É hora de provar a melhor Coca-Cola. A Coca-Cola sem açúcar. O sabor irresistível da Coca-Cola, sem açúcar e igualmente refrescante. Coca-Cola sem açúcar. A melhor escolha.
Okay, so I'm sorry that I tried to wait for Donda as much as I could, because it doesn't seem like Donda's releasing. Now, I pre-ordered it and it said it looked like it's coming on the 15th, but it might not. They pushed it back this time, so they might push it back again. Which is just straight sad, I think. I think everybody wants Donda at this point, or at least Certified Lover Boy. But that's for another conversation. So, we're going to talk about Kanye West's Life of Pablo, which recently just was available on iTunes to purchase. If you want to purchase it, it's all on iTunes. There's some hidden features, but there's always the classic part 1 and part 2 of Father Stretch Your Hands. The part 2 was with Drizzy. The part 2 beat is Designer's the remix of Panda, which went famous around the world everywhere. Was a viral sensation. Haven't heard anything much from Designer after that. But Stretch Your Hands 1, that just, it feels okay. Ultralight Beam, which on the Jesus is King version is the choir. Ultralight Beam on the Life of Pablo is the original Chance the Rapper verse where he says, trying to treat him like Pam, like from the Martin line. And he says, I met Ye, I'm never gonna fail. And they said I gotta do he says that Ye says I have to do a good job with Chance 3 to win a Grammy. So he's gonna do a lot of work and do good for Chance 3, which I don't think we've heard. I'm not a huge Chance the Rapper fan. The last thing I've heard from him was The Good Day. So I don't know if you heard Chance 3. I know we heard the Coloring Book 3. So he says we need to do that to snatch the Grammy, which I think is a clever line. Father Stretch Your Hand, I'm not a huge Father Stretch Your Hand fan on this album. Well, on this mixtape / album, since it came out on iTunes, I'm assuming it's an album. Not really a huge fan of it. Feedback is another one that they had. That was a great song. It was an okay song to me. It says I heard about good news. Now they heard about good news. Now they're sleeping. Now they're sleeping on me. Been on my mind for a long time. Like Batman need a Robin or DJ need a Robin. And he says doing what the cops told us, which Feedback is a lot older than this, but he's on like put your hands up, because the whole with the things that's happening now with African Americans of putting your hands up and not being shot by the cops is, I guess that's what he is referring to. I'm not entirely sure what he is referring to, because it's Kanye Highlights, which I think is a song that if you listen to the original Life of Pablo, you do miss this song. This song is not memorable a lot. But Kanye says, me and Ray could be friends if it wasn't for Kim, and I'm rich. Which I think is kind of funny. He says Jesus are Christian shoes, which I guess explains why he dropped another a Yeezy and then did Jesus is King, which I think this might have been the factor of him going into Christian music, which I think is kind of weird looking back at the Life of Pablo and all of these subtle hints of, hey, I'm going to Christian music, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. But can we play it back one more time? As he says at the beginning, the freestyle 4 is I think my least favorite. It's not really any memorable lines, and I do like this Kanye skit that comes after it. It says, I love Kanye. I used to love Kanye. I miss the old Kanye. And I don't know. Listen, waiting for Donda, I'm not sure if I miss the old Kanye, because I do like late registration, college dropout, And those were good Kanye's to me. Like Roses, the skits, It All Falls Down. I like those. So I'm not really sure what Donda has into per tale. For me, it was Kanye. I love Kanye. We miss Kanye. We love the old Kanye. We miss Kanye. Right, and then Waves, I think this is a Chris Brown feature. He says, "No lies, said to you, high five," which I'm not really sure if Birds Don't Fly in Age. I'm not really sure what this Waves song was supposed to be about. I didn't really catch it. It's not one of my favorite songs. And FML, which I don't know. Evan, I think I know what this means. I'm not sure if it says something about my life. I'm not really sure. I've been feeling it. Don't text me. Last laugh. He's saying he'll get the last laugh in the end. I think that's funny to me. I don't know. I don't know if this is saying that or he's just saying it in a joking way or he's saying it's in a vengeful way. And then it's Real Friends, which I never realized Top Dollar Sign was on. Well, I think it's Top Dollar Sign. He says, "How many of us? How many jealous of us? How many?" How many of us hate family reunions? A lot of people don't do family reunions anymore because of what happened in 2020 and the sickness that people were getting, which is probably why he's saying that. But as I said, this was before, so this is kind of, people just might hate it because, like, in Family Business and College Dropout, he said family business, we keep everything in touch. And I like how Real Friends, he keeps everything in touch with everything lining up, with each album or song. All come from the bottom. I get what I deserve. What's another catchy line? Can't tell you about family. Can't tell you about family. You're not following them. Ask for something. And he says he paid somebody his family took a laptop from him that he paid $250 for just to get back, which I don't know, family feuds and stuff like that happens. I'm not sure how that means. The Frank track, it's labeled the Frank track. Not a huge fan of it. The Silver Surfer, kinda, I think it's B-Max. I think it's from like Cam and the Dipset days, but I'm not the Diplomat days. I'm not sure if that's what he's referring to or what, but they just have like a brief conversation like he does on the registration with Roses, and then he does on College Dropout with, I think it's Last Call with Jay-Z. They're just kind of talking about it. I don't really have an opinion on that because the topic they were talking about, I'm not huge on. Now this, I think this is just the thing where if you're irritated about something you've been going through, you definitely want to listen to 30 Hours by Kanye. It's great that they finally released it on iTunes. Like I said, I'm very happy that they released this on iTunes. It's very great. He says, she called me and said, I gave you the best years of my life. And he said, yeah, looking back at it, yeah, I think you did. I'm making a smoothie, and I think this other line, he says, now I'm making a smoothie, but then he says, now wifey make a movie. I think that's a Ray J line. He says, like, then me and wifey make a movie. He says, I remember when he was a younger artist, rapping for Jay and Cam, when he was producing for Jay and Cam, before he became a rapper. So I like that. Really, on a point lines, is nothing really far-fetched. He's just saying, don't pretend you love me. You don't love me, but you pretend just to get some gratitude, to get what are the honors, or to be around the people I'm with. That's what he's saying. But you pretend to be just so you can be around the people I'm with. And he was just saying that you cheated on me. That BJ's better than no job, which I guess. And he says he paid he paid 3 stacks to go hours. I guess hours to see you. So he says, I wanted an open relationship in the beginning, but now looking back at it, now she's in an open relationship too. I didn't understand, and that's what a lot of people say. And I guess he says that. And he said this is more like his own shout out track. I'm not sure. Like if he shouted people out through here. I think he said Jay and Kim, Ray J. I think he's saying Kim. Not really sure. No More Parties in LA. It was a 6-minute song. It really wasn't anything. But just there's no more parties in LA. He says, I haven't really been inspired since Lauryn Hill left after she left that amazing one album. But she came back on this Nas News album that I will be talking about soon. And then I think it's Kendrick or J-Rock. It says, you connect the dots. Should be mine. Making a dude say big words. And he just kind of like manipulates the words. I think it's Kendrick. I'm not sure. And then, okay, so on his song, Facts. This song and Facts, so Facts is a weird track. I think, overall, it is one of the weirdest tracks to ever be released because he says, in 2020, I'ma run the election. In 2020, he ran for office, and people were confused why. But I think this is why he released it later in 2020 because, like, oh, well, he did do that. He did run for president. So, I get that. And I didn't see right there released it in 2021. He released it. And it says, Nike would be nothing without Drake, which I think Drake is the face of Nike worldwide because he is a worldwide star. He's saying without Drake it would be nothing. I don't know how true that is though, because it's like saying whoever is Yeezys with Adidas. I don't know, or be J. Cole without Puma. Puma made they probably made a good investment with Cole coming and partnering with them, or Dreamville partnering with them. I don't know. I guess because Drake is always partnered with Adidas. I guess with Nike, so I guess they're making sales. But I don't think Nike would have been any different without it. I don't know. But yeah, it's called Facts. He's just kind of speaking his facts and his truth, and I do like that from Kanye. It's refreshing. Hopefully, next time I'm talking about Kanye, it's Donda, but you never know.